Gulab. So just now Gulab asked me, Jin Long, I've been speaking to about 12 people, but no one is convinced. So I said, Gulab, can you just, if I'm the prospect, how are you going to share with me? So the Gulab said, hey, your problem has been so many years, you already tried a lot of methods, why don't you try life product? I think this is what most people they were started with, right? And then you realize most of the time people won't buy you. It's because you are trying to trigger their negative emotion. Okay? People only decided to give you a try, especially wellness product, when they see a hope, not when they have a lot of fear. When they have fear is when they are in the doctor. Oh, okay, let's go surgery. Okay, now this is called fear. But in wellness, it's not about fear. It's about hope. Okay, so normally this is how I will start. First of all, we must take a photo before and after. This is the minimum. So just now Gulab say, oh yeah, I have a photo of my broken bones. And now you can squat already? Yes. Now you can squat. From someone who has a broken bone on the toe, until you can squat. This is the best story. So what you do, you send an x-ray of the broken bone and then send a video of you squatting now. You say, I found this product can even repair my bone. I wondering, can it also help you to repair yours? Is it more positive? This is how you started. Okay? And it's very short and sweet. In this line, we refrain people from bombarding with messages. They keep every day sending, hey, very good, this is how other people use very good. This David Smith, he don't even know who is David Smith. So the moment people get confused, they reject. Confused mind always say no. Okay? So how can you craft your story such a way that in one point you let them to see hope? This is important. Words, the power of words increase with, I don't know how to phrase it in English. It means the less amount of words that you use, right, the more powerful is the words.
Succinctly, less is more.
Less is more, yeah. English teacher is different. Okay, so we remember this. We are in a line of business, we are bringing light, hope, and love. We are not bringing fear, Don't tell them you still don't patch, later amputate, you go you don't like this, okay? This one know what we do, okay? What we do is give hope. I have tried this out, now I can even squat, the bone I think repair already. Maybe it can repair your pain also. Anyway, it comes with a 30-day money back guarantee. Why don't you give it a try? If you don't believe me, don't worry. This is my photo before and this is my video I can squat now. Do you think it makes people feel better? Okay. This is very important. Okay. Especially when you go to the seminar and training, you must always bring hope. You don't go out there. You see all of you all have pain, right? If you still want to take medications, one day your kidney will spoil. Everything become hostile already. Okay? But if you start your own story, I've been taking medication for 8 years. 4 painkiller, 4 steroids a day. Finally, I found a solution that can help me to stay away from all the drugs. Now I feel so much different. My skin already not so thin. I can already patch on my skin, and sometimes when I go to swimming pool, every time if someone scratch my skin, is going to have bleeding. Now I have no this issue anymore. So I think I have a technology that can help you as well. Do you see? How we approach is the same, but the second story make you feel more hopeful, right? This is what we have to do. Always remember, a future filled with light, hope, and love, not the fear and darkness. Okay, so today we are going to share about life at MBA. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Yeah, very good. So we always bring hope with a smile, no expectation. The more when the prospect feel that you have no expectations, the more they are willing to try. Last time in NTU, I was studying at NTU. So every freshman, we have to go around the CCA booth to look for the CCA to join. EC or CCA. Okay, I will go to every CCA, Tell them, say, you must join our organization. Our organization is very good one. Come, you sign your name first. These are the CCA, and yet I never joined. But you know what kind of CCA that I joined? He come here, oh, what is your name? Yeah, how do you like about NTU? Yeah, let me explain to you what is our organization is all about. Oh, okay, thank you so much. Don't worry, I believe later you will still decide to join. And at the end, I always join back those organizations. Very strange, right? So sometimes it's like this. When we feel that you don't have the kind of desperation, you don't have expectations, right? People are more positive and more open to your suggestion, especially in our wellness line. Okay? Now, let us start about MBA. I started life about 4 years ago. Okay? I am 30 years old this year. If you think about 4 years ago, can I tell my friends, hey, Ziding, you got prostate problem or not? hey, Lily, you got menopause already? So I was only 25, 26 years old that time. So what is the reason that I'm able to slowly build up? And I can say it's about a flow. It means whatever thing that I do, I have a certain flow. Later I'm going to explain to you why. You know, when it comes to our life of work, right, we have to handle many things. Even up to prospecting, come to introducing the package, what to let them to buy, how to help them to sign up, whether are they receiving the product in time, are they using the product correctly, how to deal with fertility crisis, how to help them to introduce to people. So this is the flow. Every step of the way, you need to know what to do, but you don't need to master. Why do I mean by this? A lot of people, they start at one place. For example, like just now I heard Gulat saying, all this information I don't know yet. All this product I still don't know the information. If I can master this 80%, I can start to talk already. Let me tell you, you will start to talk 10 years later. Because all this product life will take 20 years. Even me myself always, I wouldn't say I know fully about the product. I think no one dare to say this. So this is why every step of the way, right, you don't need to master 100%. 50-60%, 56%. Every step, if you can do it correct, we just want the flow. Okay, so remember the word flow. Today, hopefully, at the end, when I ask, do you master the flow already? Hopefully, you will say yes. Okay, so let us first start. This is the first digit that LifeWave Malaysia give it to me. Singapore and Malaysia customers, our retention rate is 70%. It's very high, you know. You talk to 10 people, those people who buy, 7 people, they will continue to buy. What does this mean? Positive, right? Very happy, right? Wow, the sales keep on coming out, right? You only just do one sales one time, they will keep on sharing and love the product, right? The other problem comes, you become very tired also, because your customer only can grow. And the bigger your organization grow, if you don't have any leader to shoulder your responsibility, right, you become very tired also. Okay? So one day, imagine our customer getting so many, because 70%, 10 people come in, imagine I do a talk, 100 people, 70 people will become customer. Every time we do a talk, 70 people become customer. And everyone just love to share. Everyone called Jin Long, I got this pain for my friend, can you tell me how to recommend to him or her? Every day we say this call, 2 to 3 years later, when you see me in the Zoom, I'm like this already. If you can hear me, type the word 111. You're going to have problems, right? Okay, so I started to say this kind of trend because you know, this business is a very fast-moving business. Okay, like Suchi, you have been here for about 8 months, 9 months, right? So you have how many generations now already? Quite a lot.
I'm still managing.
Okay, so this business, even you without any direct sales background, right, you will find that the product move by itself, right? You don't need to do too much explanation. Sometimes you just put the pad, like just now we have a mother over there. Put the pad, suddenly you get excited already. Just one patch. You will never see a business like this, never see a product like this. Just because it works so fast, it spread the word so fast, sometimes the load accumulate too fast before you know how to handle. Okay, I see a lot of members, wow, this product is very good. They start to share, become very happy. Wow, why did this? Then suddenly everyone starts to call already. Hey, this one want to patch, this one hitting crisis, can you help me to send them this complaint or not? I got one friend from Penang, he want to try. I already passed the number to him already. You passed my number? and another friend relative in Sabah, I also passed the number. You passed my number to how many people? I also don't know. So at the end, everyone called him another. Okay, this is not what we want to achieve, because at the end, you come in, you become a fully healthier life, right? Because of LifeWave, right? But because when you build a business, then you become worse than when you first come to LifeWave. Then what is the point of doing LifeWave, right? So my intention to build this organization is because this product really works on my family. I think everyone deserves a chance to encounter, to really utilize this technology, but with a final outcome. The final outcome is you have the confidence to get back the ownership of your health. At the same time, you don't need to worry about the medical expenses, because you even have an additional income from the LifeWave. And what you do now, you got more freedom to turn inwards, to ask yourself what is the purpose in your life. You become much more a conscious being. This is what I think life is supposed to be, and this is what I think David wanted to be. Okay, it's not the other way around. Hey, come, you become SBD, you're on my left leg. Okay, you be on my right leg, okay? SBD, okay? I was always looking down at my GCB and the cycle bonus. Oh, one more cycle. What? 5 more cycle. This is not the intention that we build this business. It's also not my intention. Okay, so whenever I see my members suddenly have to go travel up and down Penang, Terengganu, Kuantan, Melaka to do the road show, 65 years old to driving. Actually, I think it's a failure. It's not a success. Okay, and the more I think that their health is actually deteriorating, they defeat the purpose why I tell you life in the first place. I show you if you like it is for you to get better. 2 years later, when I look at you, Jin Long SBD already. What is the point? What is the point, right? So this is something that I really want to change. So we are going to do something in MBA that I think most people will not expect. It's called self-love. If you really want to build this business, right, you must get your priority right. Your priority is not the work. Your priority is not about the product knowledge. Your priority is you must love yourself first. You must prioritize your own health. Okay? So a lot of people say, yeah lah, I know. Everyone say they know it. But when you ask, so what time you sleep? Sometimes I'm busy 1, 2 a.m. What do you eat for your breakfast? Oh yeah, today very busy. I need to go and meet my members. So I eat a brunch. Okay, what you eat for brunch? Some salad. No? When the night time, what do you eat? Oh, tonight because I scared fat. So I eat apple only. Days after days, you work so much, but the nutrition you consume is so little. Am I right? This is going to happen. You don't laugh. Because now maybe your organization not big yet. When you're big already, you repeat also. Okay? So this is why I decided, if there is one thing that we can do for anyone who want to build this business, is to set their priority right. I cannot control what you eat. You know why? I say, you don't eat so much rice. They say, yeah, I don't eat rice. I eat brown rice again or not? Or I eat basmati rice. Or purple rice, red rice. Too many questions. I ask you drink this, drink that. You say, I don't like the taste. So I cannot control what you eat because you have your wants and desire. I cannot control what you drink. But there is one thing, no matter you want or not, you still have to eat. It's called the pool. Everyone will like you have to pool every day, right? Okay? So we are going to focus on the pool. The first hour in the morning is where I want to anchor you. Okay, if you want to build this business very solid foundation, it means as your money getting higher and higher, your health also getting better and better. The first hour in the morning is the most important thing. It's the time to give you self-love. I'm going to explain to you scientifically. Number one, no phone in the first hour. Anyone when you wake up, the first thing you see is your phone. Raise your hands up. Wow, congratulations lah. Okay, I have seen this a lot of people like this. When I was away outstations, right? When I wake up, I go to the living room. Every member was already holding the phone, applying the message already. Okay. If the message is, Jin Long, you look at the testimonial, cancel, no more, I'm so happy. The whole day he will be very happy. Jin Long, you see, I told him how many times already. He never listened to me the whole day. The mood ruined already. Okay? Do you also experience like this? The first hour, the first message that you see, it controls the mood of your entire day. There is a science behind. So just remember the first. Later I'm going to explain, but no phone in the first hour. If you want to build this business, the first hour is the most crucial because it determines the day after. Okay, if the first hour your emotion is all disturbed already, you become negative already, you become anxious already. Throughout the day, you are not going to attract anything positive. Can you follow? Okay, so this is number one. No phone in the first hour. Can we do that? Sure or not? Who can do that? Sure? Okay. 2. Drink warm water. Have you come across any MBA ask you to drink water? Right? Okay, but this is very important. Sometimes, because of lifestyle products, some people tend to abuse their health. I give you an example. I have one software engineer. She's really very busy. He can only sleep 4 hours, like 1 a.m., 5 a.m. about 4 hours a day. Okay? They said, Jin Long, one day I can only sleep 4 hours. My deep sleep only 1 to 2 hours, not enough. So maybe you put Eon, extended Eon, then he used the Apple Watch. Hey, really, now I sleep 4 hours, but my deep sleep in 3.5 hours, wow, so good. I'll continue to use it. And you know what he said? Can I cut down another 1 hour of my sleep? Since now my deep sleep so long already, last time 2 hours deep sleep, now 3.5 hours. So now I don't need to sleep so long already. So this is a wrong mindset. We don't abuse our health because we have life wave. Like when I was in Malacca, I like to eat siham. I said, sorry everybody, I'm going to do a wrong demonstration. I like to eat siham, but every time when I eat something it's not fresh, right, I got food poisoning also. So what I do, I eat and patch. The next day outside, I will eat again. Okay, but this is once in a while you want to indulge for your own liking is fine, but you shouldn't become part of your life. Okay, so don't abuse your health because we have such a great product. Drinking warm water is because a lot of time when they get so busy, they wake up, they start to screen their phone already, right? They forgot to drink water. And the first morning is the only time when you have the master of the time. Throughout the day, when you need to call, you need to drive your children to school, you forgot to drink water. Anyone also feel guilty about not drinking enough water? Yeah, it's still Lifeway members. Also don't drink enough water. And we still keep asking people to drink more water, drink more water. You yourself, where's your water bottle? I never bring. Correct enough. So this one, you don't repeat the mistake. Drink more water because the first hour of the day, half a glass, 1 glass is fine. Okay? Third is called super brain yoga. You do 17 times. There are a lot of exercises out there that you are asked to do. But if you really want to really select one exercise that can finish in 1 minute time, right? I would say super brain yoga is the best because it not only work on your mind, your soul, and also your physique. Have you heard about super brain yoga before? No. Alright. Actually, every one of us did before. You know, last time when you are in primary school, if you did something wrong, never hand in your homework. You pull your ear, right? And then what?
Squat,
right?
They count the number 100 times.
Count, right? 100 times or 100 times. So scary. Your school is very valuable. Okay, so we do like this, right? This is actually a great yoga. This is a very ancient yogic practice to really align your body, mind, and soul. Okay? Let me tell you. So you say, oh, isn't that fantastic? How come when the students are never handing the homework and then we do this great yoga? Because they are disobedient. Maybe they are too excited, they are too active already. By doing this, you calm them down. Calm them down so that they can do a reflection on their own. It's already practiced a few hundred years ago in the Indian educational system. But now come here become punishment. But it's supposed to be an exercise. Okay? So I'm going to do one demo. So you all listen. Okay. Same thing. I think this one you all know more than me. Maybe too many years ago. Okay, so this is the ear loop, right? This is the ear loop. Do you see a lot of sage, they always want to pinch their ear loop? Right? It's a way for you to balance your brain also. Okay? So what you do, you pinch the ear loop right and pinch your ear loop left. Okay? The better way is try to stand close, but you don't need. You just try any width is that you are comfortable. And you squat 17 times. Okay? So what you do is 1 time, 2 times. Okay, 1 by 1, do 17 times. One I say 17 times because 17 times is about 1 minute. Okay? Don't need to do 100 times, okay? Punishment. Okay? This is very easy. And I want you to do is because a lot of people, we all know exercise is important, but we all say no time. Right? If every day 1 minute you also don't have, to be fair, life will be a tough business for you. You know why? Because your brain and soul is not stable enough. I give you an example. I just now got one member say, I introduced to my friend, but he got a lot of healing crisis, Anyone have issues like this? You introduce a healing crisis, right? If your soul and mind is not strong enough, but you should collapse. You start to become anxious, right? So by doing all this kind of exercise, right, you stabilize your mind. Don't worry, it's normal. You don't take it, be fun. I want you to bring you to this kind of state. Because when you have this kind of state, right, life is a very slow journey. You know why? Out of 10 people, you don't need 100 people to see results to make good money. 30-40% who see tremendous results is enough to be a big business here already. But the thing is, will the remaining 6 they don't see results break you first or not? That's the key. Okay? So these 3 exercises, no good in the first hour, drink warm water, super brain yoga 7 times, is all aligned you to give the first chocolate cake of your day. Okay? Anyone pull every day? Anyone? Anyone don't poo every day? You see, 30% also, you know. I can't control what you eat, I can't control what you drink, but if there is one thing I aim to help you, I want to make sure you poo every day. Okay? This is very important. A lot of times we are so inducted into the medical device or the healthcare, photobiomodulation, stem cell, but we forgot the most basic of it, doing poo and pee, we don't know. So I want you to bring you back a little bit. Poo is very important. Okay? I can't control what you eat, but as long as your body can poo, your body has very little toxin. You can eat the most nutritious food in the world. If you cannot poo, right, it will still become toxic in the body. You get the idea? Okay? So, then the next question is, I remember when I first made a video about poo, the next day when I wake up, it's all the photo. Jin Long, is it healthy or not? Is it considered sticking to the toilet bowl? Is yellow color better or the dark yellow better?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. So every day morning I say, oh god. So I make a statement. I say, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your poo is like,
Water.
or tum, or floating or not floating. Black color, not black, white, yellow, doesn't matter. The most important thing is after you poo, you feel good. You feel it's clean. That is most important because we don't know what you ate yesterday. If yesterday you like me, you eat a lot of sea hug, today you sold outside. Okay? So we don't know about what you eat, but we know the state of feeling after you make your poo, it should be everything clears out. Okay? If you can guarantee this one thing, maybe every morning you wake up, you only have one goal. I must see my chocolate cake today. You will feel your whole day with peace. You know why? At least later traffic jam, I don't need to look for toilet. Okay? So this is very important. Okay? So can we start to make it a goal? If you really want to succeed in this business, take care of your health, we might not have full control of what we eat because we are outside. We might not have full control of the quality of water that we drink because life we haven't come up with water machine yet. Okay? We cannot have full control about our sleep sometimes. But poo is something that we can have full control. So can we agree that the first thing that we want to do in the morning, make sure we can poo? Can or not? Okay, it's very important. If this thing you can do right, your body will not go haywire. Okay? So now we talk about the brainwave. When we wake up, when we are in a deep sleep, okay, no matter you are in the rapid eye movement or non-rapid eye movement, you are in something called a delta wave. Okay? Something on the delta wave. Theta and delta is what silent night is able to bring you to. Okay? So this sleep is called delta wave. It's a very calm. So if you look at the frequency, it's very, very calm. When you go to theta, it's slightly a bit more active. It's called the meditation and creativity state. Alpha, you start to you are still relaxing. Okay? Every time after you put your dreams, right, you feel like going to sleep, right? That is called alpha. Okay? And then we have beta, you start to want to solve the problems already. And then for gamma is where you see a jungle, you see a tiger, is where you go to gamma. Okay? So sometimes when you see a pretty lady, you also go to gamma. Okay? So this is the 5 stage of brainwave. And it is very important because sometimes we don't know what, looking at the first hour, how much damage it do to us. Because it takes a long time for you to restore your brainwave. Okay? Imagine, now you are sleeping, you are in delta wave. Okay? When you wake up, you are in a theta wave. You are in the meditation and creativity state. This is the time where you yourself, you have a lot of inspiration. I ask you a question, sir. Every time when you go to a hotel, okay, you're sleeping, beside is a table, right? There's always something on the table. What is it? The notes and pens, right? How come? Why put note and pen? I'm sleeping, I cannot wake up to write something, right? This is a wisdom from the Western culture because they realize every time you got a lot of idea and inspiration, it's right after you wake up or right before you sleep. You suddenly, I got an idea. Have or not? As before, when you go to sleep, wait, I have an idea. So how? Open the light, take a notebook, cannot. So they put a pen and paper beside. You all don't know, right? Yeah. This is the magic of our body. So it is proven that the moment that you wake up, right, especially that first hour, you are at this state. You have to protect this state. The moment you start to watch your phone, right, immediately go to bed already. You go to problem solving already. Zilong, my friend want to try the product, got cancer. What to recommend? Immediately problem solving already. So you lose a lot of relax and meditation. So you will feel that how come my work is endlessly one? Because you don't have time for yourself. How come it's like I'm stuck in somewhere. I don't know where to improve. Because you don't allow your time to give you the inspiration. You see, our human consciousness is very powerful. When you are in the subconscious mind, without you knowing, you have a sound in you to guide you what to do. But the thing is, every time, there's only 1 hour in the day to guide you, but immediately you watch phone already. You want to check, your phone come. So the subconscious mind has no outlet to guide you. And this is why if you look at the children today, the young children, do you find they are very insensitive already? The young children, right? It's like whatever you talk, they go molasta, right? Because they don't know about themselves. The morning they wake up, what do they do? Phone already. After phone, still phone. Go to pool, go to pee, also phone. So why? They lost touch about alpha and theta wave already. We cannot repeat this mistake. Understand? So this is why the first hour, no phone. We want to treasure these 2 brainwaves. Okay? Just now I talked about the word called self-love. The first 1 hour, whatever you feed to your mind, it will follow you throughout the day. In the first hour, you love yourself. Oh, I'm going to cook a good breakfast for myself. I don't care about the phone. Even the boss wants to sack me, let him sack me. I'm going to make sure I do the exercise. I make sure I'm going to pool. I make sure everything is clean. I'm going to do makeup on myself. I'm going to use Ala Vida cream. Whatever you do must contribute to self-love. If that 1 hour you do like this, right, it solely go to your subconscious mind. Throughout the day, you feel you are very secure. You don't worry about people doubting you. Okay? So the first 1 hour is very important. Don't use phone the first 1 hour. Drink warm water, super brain yoga, and ultimate goal is for you to have a pool every morning. And follow on. Can I? Okay. If you got this right, I'm not worried about this already because I don't want hey James, Lauren, come, we go, let's build Lifeway Singapore. Then all build. I think we reach the destination already. When we turn ourselves back, where are you? Where? Everyone in hospital too tired already still sleeping And what's the point of building Lifeway, right? Correct. We are here to make sure everyone who get touched by Lifeway continue to stay healthy, and then is it so funny? And then you get so healthy, you become a magnet to positive energy, and people start to come to you. Okay, not like you every day have to call and do the business and follow up on people and then compromise on your health. This is not how we do in life changes. Okay, now. When I was young, I have a lot of problems. When I was first delivered, I have a major surgery just right in front of my brain. And then I have sinus, I have a nasal allergy. Then later on, I developed a communication problem. I got stutter. So last time, when let's say your children, when they study for examinations, right, is one hand is the book, one hand is the pen. Mine is one hand is the book, one hand is tissue paper. Every time. Okay, read the book. The book. Sometimes I was so focused the mucus would drop to the paper one, So, what is these words? Okay. Always like this. So imagine I still can become NTU dean this. Is it NTU standard too low? If I got S39 that time, maybe I go Harvard already. Okay? So over the years I started to realize my health always worse than a lot of people. During the weekends, people can really sleep very late. They work on the school project, I cannot handle. The next day, I will get sick already. I will get dizzy. I will get a throbbing pain over here. I got sinus. So I tell myself this, then how to win people? How to compete next time? My body is so weak. So I come up with one sentence to comfort myself. You all guess what it is? If you cannot beat them,
join them.
It's your words. If you cannot beat them, live longer than them. So I start to realize, it's true also. You can be very good than me. If I live longer than you, you die faster, still I win. Right? Right? Whatever I say is still correct. We argue until you drop dead already, I win already. Okay? So this is something very important. So especially coming into this kind of human business, right? It's not about who go faster. It's not about who can climb the plane faster. I never interested about this. I never interested whether you become SPD or not SPD, it doesn't matter to me. What's most important thing is did Lifeway really change your life and you continue to become the ambassador of Lifeway. This is what matters to me. So if you can live longer, the money will follow. At least the money sooner or later is going to come to you. Agree on this statement?
Yes.
Okay. So health is a priority. Now, we're going to have a 15 days proclamation program. It's an online program, it's for free. So next time, every one of you that you have downline decided, okay, I really want to build this business. I have seen the opportunity. The first thing that you do is not ask them to go to marketing plan. Is that, okay, we have a 15 days proclamation protocol that you do this CRP to regenerate yourself. At the same time, every day, 15 days, there is a 15 videos. Every video is going to let you know what is the basic health of our body, about what you should eat, what you should be drinking, what are the exercise that you should do, what are the things that you should expect every day morning. Like what I said just now, don't watch phone the first hour, drink more water, exercise, of course there are many more. So this 15 days proclamation is to give you an overhaul. Oh yeah, you are right, I have been forgetting about the basic of our health. I always tell people drink water, I never drink water. I always tell people, do you put every day? No put, not good, you got constipation. Me myself, I put every 3 days. I tell people, oh, you must eat, if not eat, you got no nutrition. But me myself, I always skipping meal. I even take break. So this 15 days is to tell people to re-emphasize back. If you want to be successful in the healthcare market, you yourself must be healthy, right? Okay? Now, this is the second data, 58.9 years old average age of Japan brand partners. So Japan is one of the fastest rising market in the world, and the average age of their brand partner is 58.9 years old. Anyone is more than 58 years old, raise your hands. Wow, you can see, okay? Those who don't raise, either you don't admit or you are not. Okay. So this is something very special about Lifeway. Lifeway don't have much youngsters. If you look at other dialysis company or healthcare company, like you can see 30 plus years old, right? 40 each boy. But in Lifeway, almost is certain senior ranking. Okay? Why is it so? Why is it so? But this is the opportunity. Lifeway, the differentiation is very different. Lifeways tend to attract people who have not so much of concern about the financial security already, right? But they really want to help people. They think that I can actualize something in this Lifeway. Like just now, we have one brand partners who love to cook. He said, I really want to help people. I enjoy helping people. He's retired already, but he enjoy helping people. I think most of you also like this, right? Okay? Financial is not a problem, but you just enjoy helping people. And this is why 58.9 years old. This comes with a few challenges. This is always what I heard. I need to understand first, then I can share. Anyone say this thing before? No? Exactly what you say, right? Second thing, this information very useful. I want to share it with my friends. Anyone say this before? A lot of people, right? I scared I gave them the wrong info, so I want to ask you first to confirm. Anyone say like this? Many people, right? Other company, they don't do like this one. They will say, okay, you let me know what is the pen spot, how I can sell to them. They only say like this. Only in Lifeway, right, the people who tend to attract are these kind of people. They really want to share the good quality information to people. Are you also like this today? Of course lah. Must learn and understand, make sure there's no wrong. Then later people think that I want to make him money. Correct?
Yes.
Always like this. Only Lifeway will attract people like this. I just want you to be aware about it. So this is why at each age category, right, I isolate there are 4 points. The first point is the reputation is everything. Is it right?
Yes.
Reputation is everything, is it right? Okay. I don't care whether you buy or not, you buy or don't buy, but my reputation is everything. Because a lot of time we say, if I say good, a lot of them will buy for me one, but I don't have to introduce them yet. Correct? Only in Lifeway, it's something very strange. Okay? So reputation is everything. So whatever that we want to educate our downline to do, we must protect their reputation at all costs. You cannot put them at a difficult situation that they will jeopardize their reputation. Okay? Second, they love to give. Anyone have given free patches to your friend? Have or not? Well, you see, have you seen a company that all the brand partners are willing to give people for free or not? Never come across, right? How come Lifeway can? Because the people they get attracted to life is like this, is a giver. So they love to give. Number 3, IT not so good. Who IT not so good one? Also Allah lah. Okay? Memory also not so good. What is my password already? And what's my username? I gave you last time. Yeah, you gave me. I keyed already, but not the same. Did you change your password? I forgot. Did I change? Have or not? Have? Oh, you also like this? You see? It's very fun. These are the facts in life way. And this is the ecology that we are going to form. Okay? Their reputation is everything. They love to give, but sorry, their IT not so good. Their memory they will always forget. Okay? Sometimes it's like every time of promotion, I have to make them a new password, Every time like this. You also like this? 2 months later, what's my password already? Did I change it? Oh, I put in my notebook. But the notebook is 2 months ago. Maybe I changed it. Where did I write? Maybe I put in the phone note. Oh, not this one. Why is that so hard? You also like this? But again, it's the people like this has no shame to share people, right? Just now, Gula was sharing. How Gula get to know this product is he was doing the yoga. Someone from behind said, use X39! Suchin is the one who said like this shamelessly. Okay? But it's good, right? It's again the same thing. This is all in the same category that I have observed, I have witnessed that we tend to attract these people. So how can you create a system such a way that emphasize on this? Make them feel that it's a good thing to share and my reputation will be secure. At the same time, it's a giving gesture. It's not to let them know, don't let them feel that I'm selling something. Third, try to reduce the IT work for them. Okay? Number 4, don't try to let them memorize too many things. Okay? Am I right or not? Yes. If all these 4 things, it all take it's a smooth business for you, right? Okay? So today we are going to go through the flow with you. That after the 3 to 4 years time, I isolate their 7 stages as a library part. Okay, number 1 is prospecting. Number 2 is doing a demo. Number 3 is what package should I introduce them. Number 4 is a delivery. Do they really visit the products already? How do I help them to sign up in my back office? Number 5 about education. If they have problem about the product, how do I explain to them? If they have a certain healing crisis, how do I explain to them? Number 6 is how do I do a follow-up? Okay, how do I do a follow-up? And number 7 is the product knowledge. Okay? Isn't that this is all you want to know? Yes. Okay? But in life way, there's this issue. The issue is the product is so good, a lot of people they focus too much on product knowledge already. They don't know. Actually everything matters. All the flow it matters. If you don't know how to do demo, if you don't know what to recommend, or you don't know how to educate them to explain the healing crisis, no matter how much knowledge you know about the product, it doesn't work. I have seen leaders who really don't know much about what and where to patch and yet grow very fast. I have leaders who really know everything about the patch but doesn't grow one. Okay? You want a testimonial? Lawrence, if I got a friend got bone cancer and diabetes, what to patch and where to patch?
I don't know.
It's like this one, okay? It's very strange. And then I can ask some of the people, he know everything. Oh, this one tired because it's good for cholesterol and go for diabetes and acidic body. And this one put carnosine and go for the heart. The carnosine can help the heart to bump bigger. And then put energy and the kidney one to energize the whole body system. You can estimate at the back, you can talk everything about the product. But the organization keeps failing. So why? Because you focus too much about this, and then I start to see this. When you don't have the flow ideology, right, you only focus on what you think that if I know everything about the product, I can do this business. It's very wrong. At the end, what you realize is you focus on product knowledge so much that your organization confidence reduces. You know why? Wow, need to learn product until learn like this. Only can do. Maybe I need to go back and read first. This is the problem. You cannot let your members to feel like this. Okay? So the more you keep talking about product knowledge, go deep. Time is 300%. It's limited by the device. Actually go to 224.5%. And glutathione is very important because the mother antioxidant side. Antioxidant they help you to reduce skin whitening and then to remove the heavy metals. So talk so deep. No use. If any one of these steps. if I have to do, if you listen to Jin Long and I talk so many you go outside to talk to people, I don't know, is it very powerful, I don't know if you can use or not, They will think like this, because we are too focused on the knowledge already. Then the confidence will lose it. Do you start to realize this? Okay? Sometimes you listen to people talk from so good until you don't know what to start already. Wow, everything also so good. So maybe I will wait for 3-4 months first. This is not what we want. Okay? So today I want to share with you prospecting demo, taking delivery, education, product knowledge. What are the things that you need to do to build a good life business for you and your family? Are you ready? Ready? Now, we don't want to focus on product knowledge. This is very important. Okay? It's just like if you want to do an F&B, we say McDonald's or making a burger. If you just only focus how to make a good burgers, do you think McDonald's can succeed or not? It cannot, right? He has to have the whole system flow. I know where to get the supply. I know where to store. I know how to train my staff to make the burger quick and okay. And then how to do my customer service, how to hire the cleaner. It's always the flow. In life, it's the same. Okay. Now, this is our latest senior vice president for sales. She said this: many companies are failing because they are overcomplicating the messages. This is the issue. Life, because now the economy in USA is not very good, so a lot of direct companies keep punching down. But Lifeway is the one who keep on 5 times, 10 times. Even last month, June, we have a record sales month again. Keep on going up. It's because Lifeway, finally, we have a way to simplify the messages. Lifeway have existed for about past 20 years. Only these 2 to 3 years we start to listen about this, right? You know why? Because for the first 15 years, only doctors know how to use it. Or this program put ion, this one put energy, this one put glutathione, or this one nighttime put alavida. He become much more a treatment than a lifestyle product. So at the end of the day, only doctors know how to use. The patient, when he recover already, do you think they still continue to use? They do. So this is why Lifeway did not have an explosive growth for the first 15 years. But after the introduction of X39, we simplified the whole flow already. Everyone said, oh, let's focus on X39. Japan book, Taiwan book, USA book. So this is something that if you want to build your organization right, must remember this. Many companies are failing because they are overcomplicating the messages. We have to simplify. These messages not only come from Jing, it's the organization message. If I say focus on this, then you say focus on that, then this you focus on that. This is not organization message. Everyone, we must let people know one message. Okay? Now, we are going to start the flow, but I want to let you know a few no first. Sometimes it's not about what you do, sometimes it's about what you don't do. Okay? Sometimes by avoiding some of the unnecessary things, your life and career can be very much more rewarding and fruitful. So the first one, no protocol. This time when I was traveling around, every place they download their protocol. Oh, this protocol can use or not? Oh, yeah, it's a new cover again. The one, this one I never see. Or this one from another doctor one. So many protocol. I can say the version that I have seen are more than 20 versions. So many protocol. Do you think you can follow up? So many protocol. Do you think those people who writing this protocol, preparing this protocol, they are making more money in Lifeway or they making more money in making the books? Making the books or Lifeway? Making the books, right? So I ask you this question: if someone really use Lifeway correctly, do you think that he will not get paid in Lifeway? Makes sense, right? If you are getting most of the income from Lifeway, that means you are using Lifeway correctly, right? If you are making most of the money not from Lifeway but from selling a protocol, are you sure you want to follow people like that? So this is something that you have to be very careful about this. Okay? Anyone can come up with their own protocol, but does it really work, or what is the intention behind? This is what we want to find out. So strictly no protocol. The moment you let your downline know that every problem they come with a protocol, right, it will be very difficult for you, because you can't stop them from talking about the protocol. Okay, so sometimes it's a start from yourself. It's very important. So I'm going to share with you a few perspective, how you look at the workflow protocol. TCM got 3,000 years. TCM got 3,000 years. After 3,000 years, they have acupuncture on so many body. Today you go to TCM doctor. Can the TCM doctor tell you exactly, oh, this problem, this, you sure cure? Do they dare to say that?
No.
They don't dare. They said this thing, it doesn't work, I will change another location, right? Even after 3,000 years, they don't even know what is the proper point to put. You tell me in life for 2 years, reading for a few books, you know exactly how your body works. Doesn't make sense, right? So this is why, after 3,000 years, we are not even sure what acupuncture point. How can you expect you know how to use the patch for correct acupuncture point and then you can see result very fast? It's not a viable way. Second, TCM. TCM is a reservoir of knowledge where they take only 7% of the medical resources to save 20% of population. You know what it means? What he's trying to say is this: the world have 100% of medical resources like the herbs, like the plants, like the medicine and stuff like this. TCM doctor only use 7% to save 20%, 1/5 of the world population. Western doctor use 93% of the medical resources just to help that 80%. This is just to tell you, TCM is a very cost-efficient way to maintain your health. But how come 3,000 years of ancient wisdom until today, it only become an alternative to Western? If today you got problem, the first people you go to Western first. How come Western only 200 years ago? Why? Because they simplify. Everything there's SOP, right? You come in first, you got this pain, you eat this painkiller first, it cannot later I give you steroids, still cannot I give you morphine, still cannot then you inject, still cannot I give you surgery, still cannot maybe psychology problem. Am I right? Everything SOP, everything is system, right? The doctor know exactly what to do. When it comes to TCM, you go TCM 1, he say like this, you go to TCM 2, he say like this. How come both medication different one? Yeah, the first one don't know. Oh, I see. You go to TCM 3. Yeah, the TCM 2 don't know. Very big problems, right? You never come across 2 doctors, he will use the same acupuncture but use the same medication. Because I have been there, I've been visiting TCM doctor many times, including my parents. This is what, when I was 7 years old, I started to get interested in healthcare because my father bring me around, different kind of TCM doctor is very famous. I realized, how come you all say different thing one? This one say it's a kidney problem, this one say heart problem, this one say it's a spin problem. Everyone say different problems though. Very strange, right? So this is just to tell you, this is the reason why Chinese medicine, although it's so efficient, we are not able to popularize it. It's because the TCM don't have a system that make people to understand. We keep complicating. And then when you go to TCM doctors, right, sometimes, especially the young one, the more complicated he say, if I cannot make you understand, I will confuse you. Then this kind of idea. I don't know what you say, but I think you are right. Correct? They keep confusing you. So I can see that LifeWave has the best part of both worlds. Although TCM is very hard to duplicate, but they did something very right. He believed in self-healing system. He know how to activate the self-healing. He know how to balance in and out. The Western, maybe they have an SOP for them to go fast. However, they will have a bottleneck because he forgoes self-healing. Finally, I come across with one product. It is a combination of ancient wisdom and also modern science. You know what's the company? It's their mistake. Okay? So this is why we cannot repeat the mistake of the TCM doctor. Don't complicate this. David Smith already simplified the product, such easy, only pad at the back of the neck. You want to play it like the TCM old school way. It doesn't make sense to you, right? Okay? It's very SOP, it's very simple, and yet can activate the self-healing. So David Smith have do all the work already. We don't do a disservice to his invention. You get what I mean? Okay, now it's a cruel question. Okay, if there is a conflict, do you know who is him or not? Anyone don't know who? Anyone don't know who is him or not? Have or not? Anyone don't know who is him? Do you know who is it? The one who is sitting, you know what? You also know? Wow, very good. Less than one more also know. It's a good sign. If there is a conflict, between his dream and your dream, which one would you sacrifice? Which one will you sacrifice his dream or would you sacrifice your dream? If there is a conflict.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, sacrifice.
His dreams. Sacrifice.
You will sacrifice
His dreams.
you will sacrifice
Our own
his dream
dream.
for your dream, right? So what about Susan?
Sacrifice my own dream for his dream.
You will sacrifice your own dream for wow, very noble. How about you? Also, sacrifice your own dream for his dream. Why?
Because he's the founder and the inventor, and there are so many proven already for
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah,
And also the military, are
Yeah.
using it. The
Okay.
military are using it.
yeah. So why you decided to sacrifice his dream for your dream?
Because it's good for mankind. He helps a lot.
Okay, I restructure the questions. If you want to sacrifice, they mean to disappoint. Do you want to disappoint him or disappoint yourself?
Oh, of course, I disappoint myself.
That makes sense. Okay. So, I think it's true to everybody, right? Because we know this founder has invented such a product that we don't understand. He definitely know a lot of things that we don't know. Correct or not? So, if there is one thing that we want to sacrifice, right, we definitely sacrifice with him to committed to his dream, right?
Yes.
Am I right? So now I want to tell you what is the thing that life wants, what is the thing that David needs, and then you will see whether it's sensible. Okay, so this is one of the things. Prominent anti-vax doctor with New Zealand link died after claiming he was poisoned. Okay, so basically in New Zealand there was a case like this. A doctor always talk about anti-vaccine. Suddenly he said I was poisoned, and then he had a sudden death. It's a conspiracy theory, but let's not talk about the conspiracy. We just talk about the possibility and what I have witnessed. This is in Orlando last year. You know there's a bomb threat. You know about this, James? Okay, there was a bomb threat in Orlando Convention. Okay. So David write this letter. We would also like to inform you of an accident occurred a few weeks ago. We can confirm that one of our members contacted a Life Aid employees and made a threat to my personal safety. With best regard, David Smith. Dangerous or not?
Very
If you think about this, right, all the wellness product that Life Aid is inventing, or all kind of wellness company, are we also eroding some of the interest of other parties? So do you think that our founders is in a state of very safe, or also can be very tricky and risky? It's actually very risky because
Yes.
we are holding the dream of humanity to do something what is right, but we must damage some of the people interest. So even if a bomb threat happened last year or 2 years ago, happened last year. But since that onwards, right, we have a lot of security already. So this time you don't commission, don't worry. Don't need to wear bulletproof shirt. Okay, it's very safe right now because David since then even hire a lot of security guard around him already. So our goal as a life changers or life aid partners, right, we have to help life aid to grow so big that no one can touch it.
Amen.
Am I saying the right thing? If we really want to help this man continue to help us everyone, the thing is we must help him to grow so fast that no one can threaten him, right? If imagine 10 years later, Life Aid is still a $300 million company. No one's going to care. But if 10 years later, Life Aid become a $2 billion company, a $3 billion company, this is even saying already, right? Because many billionaires are using the product, maybe many royalty are using the products, they are much more secure, right? So if the only thing that we can do to protect his dream is to make sure whatever we do must speed up the sales, that's the only story. Second, helping him is helping billions. Isn't it true? I don't know how to help billions, but I know if I can help this one person, we indirectly can help billions, right? So this is our core philosophy when it comes to the business strategy. Why we are doing what we are doing. Whatever we are doing now, we simplify the business model so that it can go faster, so that life will go even bigger, and this guy is protected, he can continue to help even more people. You get the idea? Do you want to help the people in front of you like me, or you prefer to help the person in the TV? If you can only choose one. You want to help me or help him?
Help him also
Very
helping
cool,
me.
right? But it's true, right? If we really want to sacrifice, we definitely want to help him. So this is why whatever we do, ultimate goal is, are we doing something with the company and David? No. So we want to simplify the message. Daytime X39, nighttime beyond. This is the fundamental, the basic of everyone who start life with. X39 daytime, beyond nighttime, the location even simple behind the neck actually 40. Okay? The location can up and down a bit, doesn't matter, but most important thing is X39 and Eon, day and night. So let me share with you a few logic behind this. Initially, I would like to focus X39, sometimes I talk about Eon, but after I start to combine these two, every package they are introduced, right, I have zero back money back guarantee. Zero people money back guarantee. And the healing crisis, the reaction is slightly milder. It will come also, but it doesn't come so fast. Maybe it comes maybe about 1 month, 2 months later, but by the time they already have confidence in the products already. And thirdly, a lot of times, like my father always have this. I give my father 3 pack of S39. After 2.5 months, my mother finished already because sometimes he take here pain, he will patch many places. I said, Papa, how come you haven't finished one? Can you see me the package or not? Wow, still got 2 pack unopened. No? How you use? Sometimes can use 3 days. Why you use so long? It doesn't drop off. It still sticks, so I let it stick. So this is the problem where sometimes people they continue to use the same way, they forget and then they don't see the result. Am I right? A lot of our customers they say they don't see result, they say, but actually they never really use it. Because they don't have a rhythm for them to take off the patch. They know how to patch, but they forgot to take off. When you have an X39 daytime and your nighttime, you force them to take off already. Anyone is like this one. The nighttime you put your, I got patch in the daytime, then you remind yourself to take it off. Anyone is like this? Okay? So we want to form it like a routine. Okay, and this is not just for the product benefit, right? It's also for how to really structure a routine for the members. Daytime X39, when the night time, you will take it off and put a new one. So we always can consistently 12 hours on and 12 hours off. Okay, now listen to our ladies' maid speaking, yeah?
We also know that one of the things that copper peptide does very well is manage inflammation. So specifically, this is why the combination of X39 and the Eon patch are so powerful. So if someone was suffering with an acute or chronic injury, placing X39 on the back of the neck and Eon at the point of pain is very, very powerful. But copper peptide on its own will help to manage the inflammatory process.
Can you hear? Can you hear, right?
We also know that copper peptide...
Even David is suggesting, right, why X39 and Eon combination is so powerful because it was synergistic together. And to our customers, Eon is very cheap because it's only half the price of X39. So when they combine together, 1 + 1 bigger than 2 or even bigger than 3. The Meredith, the senior vice president, visited Lifeway office just I think last week or 2 weeks ago. And then we asked, so what did David ask you to patch? You know what he said? He said, David only give me 2 patch, X39 and Eon. So how do you patch? He said only patch at the back of the neck. Daytime X39 and nighttime Eon. The rest I don't know about this, but I feel good. You get the idea? Even the founders is suggesting X39 and daytime, Eon and nighttime for every people who first know about language. Don't you think we follow the founder will never be wrong? Okay, so let's follow the founders. Then you will say, if so easy, why don't everyone make it simple? Why some people they like to have protocol, some people like to treat people with all kind of location, acupuncture point. Why? Why? Sometimes I also question why. Why people want to make it a little bit more complicated? Then I realize simplicity make you look stupid. You don't believe me? Okay. Example. Susan, I have a friend got this tumor spread from the lung to the bone already and got diabetes, got 2 stents in the heart. Also the eye bag is very thick. He's going to for surgery for cataract and he got gout. Want to patch this one let me tell you, you are going to patch the energy enhancer and the lung one to improve the lung function, put kidney one also energy enhancer. If got money, put at the right behind the belly button to increase the kidney function furthermore, and then you put the glutathione to remove all the toxin of the liver, and then you put the carnosine to strengthen the heart. Wow, Suzanne, you are master. He called to Jin Long. Jin Long, so I got this problem, how to help? S39 daytime, Eon nighttime. Hey, do you really know your products or not? So many problems, only 2 patch, can or not? You sure you know your products? Correct? Simplicity make it look stupid. It's normal, it's like this. Because it's easy to complicate things, right? It's difficult to simplify things, right? Okay? So this is what you will stop. Some people, you will come to a time where you say, should I introduce more patch or should I keep this simple? You will have this doubt. I want them to see the result faster. I want to give more. But if I give more, I worry they are not consistent and then they are confused. Am I right? So now let me tell you, simplicity never goes wrong. If you want to help this company, want to help these founders, we have to make it simple. Maybe people will make it look stupid. It doesn't matter. I don't care whether they look at me as stupid or not, as long as I'm doing the right thing for the gentleman over there. Get the idea? Simplicity makes you look stupid, so what? Then the second thing. Simplicity make you look greedy. You know, in Malaysia, why make you look greedy? You know, when I first started Liveway, right, in Malaysia, there are many groups doing Liveway. Many groups doing the Liveway. So they will post in the Facebook and then a member screenshot. Now a lot of people jump to Jin Long already lah. Because they focus S39, they all want money. We are different. We want to help the people. Because if people look really, yeah, it's true. Because we focus on the growth. The fastest I can help company with a bigger growth, my commission is definitely increased as a side effect. But our intention, not the commission, our intention is to help the business first. So it's going to make you look greedy, but it's okay. We are doing something very important for the company. We want them to stand strong and tall in a very short amount of time. Okay? Understand? So it's very normal. Then you come to the times that along your business, you start to see, my downline bought the book from overseas. Wow, got this protocol, you know. What should I say? Then you will start to get puzzled already. You start to doubt yourself. But let me tell you, don't worry. Simplification never goes wrong. Tell them about, ask them to come to MBA, even easier. Okay? Can learn something? Now, I like this. Because I also have time, I start to have doubt, you know. If I make it so simple, do I feel like what do you call? It's a shame to Liveway invention because we focus on the few products, but all the product is so good, right? Wow, then I read about this sentence. Any intelligent fool can make things bigger and more complex. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. Is it true? Yes. It's very true. Because those people who choose to simplify, right, are the ones who shoulder a lot of responsibility. Because when I first started, they said, who you are, Jin Long? You're not even a doctor, you know. You are only 28 years old. I look online, the doctor here, they are but you only S39. How can? So it's very difficult. So this is why today you have the culture of simplify, S10 and beyond. Don't take it for granted. It takes a lot of time. Because most of the time, when people get to know about product, they go online and look for all kind of protocol, they will get confusion already. So it takes you a lot of courage to let them know why we need to simplify. Let's make it even easier for your downline. Okay? Do you like this sentence?
Yes.
Very powerful. Okay. So the second, no stopping of personal sponsor. So just now the first one we're talking about no. The first one is what? No what? No protocol. And what is the reason we don't want to follow protocol? The afternoon and daytime, in the night time, what's the reason? Simplification. We are doing simplify the business for who? For their business. We want the company to grow. Okay? In going back to 4 years ago, if I really actually I do all the protocol before. I bought all the protocol books before. Last time I really fly all the way, really learn acupuncture, really learn the point I have to make sure I go there and patch at the right point one, you know. You know what? I scared if I patch wrong, is it because if they don't see result, is it because I patch wrong or not? I have this kind of doubt. You have this doubt also? Yes. You also, right? Why? Because you all have the idea, the patch must be zun at the location. This is why you got this kind of fear. I have that also. When I give people a go packet, I come back, how come I feel this he don't see result? Is it because they did when I patch it's up a bit? Maybe it should down a bit. Maybe it can sideways, but it's even better. You know? I have all this kind of doubt. You also? You don't have? Wow, very cool. I have that. I have like this also. But I keep on patch, and then I start to have fear. Is it because I use the wrong product? Is it because I have a low acupuncture problem? I start to go into a wrong direction. I keep thinking about is the product is not working or I patch wrong. This is not the right mindset in this business. This business is supposed to simplify. However you patch, it should work. Imagine Liveway invent a product. Out with so many surface area, only the 3 cm square it will work. The company will bankrupt first, right? So don't need to worry. Any way you can patch, it will work as long as you simplify and consistently. In daytime, I continue to use protocol. I tell you what, James today still happy birthday bro. Lawrence maybe still have prostate cancer. Okay? So those people who question about simplicity in LifeWay when I first started LifeWay, right? Maybe they help maybe 10 to 20 people. I helped 37,000 people. Okay? So this is a big, this is a really big answer to you. So second, no stopping of personal sponsor. This is a mindset I really want you all to remember. Sometimes it's like this. For example, I'm starting the business. Oh, the company very good, the product very good. I started introducing a few people. Wow, 4 people already. Hey, let me build the business together. Let me help you to build. Let me help you to build this business. Wherever you go, you let me know. I will follow you. So forever, for the next 6 months, you just focus on these 4 people. One people get down, Gula, you don't down, okay? It's normal to be like this way. Kapade, I will motivate you, okay? I will be with you forever. So you keep on motivate until one day Gula said, Jin Long, I'm going back to India already. Bye already. You're not kidding, no? It's like this. I have people like this. Help all the way, help. Talk. I said, why don't you continue? No, whatever people I bring in, I must make sure they're successful. Until people need to migrate to USA. Everything becomes nothing. So in this business, it's the same thing, right? You shouldn't have any expectation. The moment you think that I need to make you successful, you have expectations, you become successful. This is not the way to do this business. You have to continue to personal sponsor. Just like a daily talk, just share to people. Don't want to over expect. I bring you forward, I'm a hold your hand to become successful. It's very difficult. It's not possible. Okay? A lot of times, those people who don't want to build a business, at the end they build the business. A lot of people, you think that he got a lot of network one, he's like the eagle, he got a lot of experience until now still very quiet. Have or not? Have very strange. So this is why you shouldn't stop personal sponsor. You will never know. Don't expect, just keep talking. Okay? Because one day you'll realize, lucky that I followed Jin Long advice. Because when I first started, I got these people, grow very fast. Suddenly, he got some, he will become even more busy. He suddenly find it out. But lucky that I got another person times up. You always have it's normal. Okay? If you look at LifeWay compensation plan, so now, whatever I tell you right now, I will back you up with the analysis in LifeWay compensation plan. Okay, in most of the other directors company, you are in 7th generation. Okay, if not mistaken, Genius is 7th generation and 65% payout. So LifeWay 65%, of course, how many generations? 3. Okay. If the marketing plan is different, do you think that the approach will be also different? But it cannot be every director, the marketing plan is different, and then the approach is the same one. Cannot be. So when you have the approach like this, when you have the marketing plan like this, you have to keep on going deeper. Okay? Why? Because your superstar might be at the 7th. And the 3rd generation, 4th generation, maybe you don't know them, so you must always follow, make sure you hit the 7th to fully capture the 65%. But in LifeWay, no matter how kanjong you are, you only capture until the 3rd generation, and then you get your full 65% already. If this one need you to go depth, this one should be go the other way around. You should go what? Makes sense, right? If this is this strategy, then this one should be the opposite. So you shouldn't use the kind of mindset to build LifeWay. It will be very suffocating to you. I've seen a lot of network marketers who come in there, they come with this kind of marketing plan, right? They use the same strategy to do here. Very tiring, right? Okay? Because LifeWay is like this. If you see it, you see it. If you don't see it, you don't see it. Sorry, I keep using you. Okay? Only someone behind said, X39, he remember until now. Yes. He really want to try this. And then he see the opportunity. He had been talking to 12 people and then got invited to speak to 4 organizations about LifeWay. Amazing. Some people who see it, they will see it. Some people they don't see it, they just don't see it. Move on. Okay? But in other directions, it's different. I have to make sure you see it because if you don't see it, I start here already. I have to make sure you see it, I have to make sure you see it, I have to make sure you see it, I have to make sure you see it. I have to go all the way there. Or else I cannot get 65%. But LifeWay don't need it. You know why? I make sure you see it, okay? You don't see it, okay. 2 generations is about 50%, okay. You get the mentality or not? This is LifeWay marketing plan. So if you want to go with, think about this number. If you need to speak to 21 people, okay? These 21 people, you are going to capture about 185% of the profit. Okay? This is 65, 65, 65, so it's about 200%. Total, you got 21 people. This one also 21 people. You also capture about 200%. Can you see the difference right now? Here, is it a rectangle? Is it deeper? Here is the width. So in live weight, you cannot stop sponsoring. Because you will never know what the superstar will come in here. And live weight is so easy to share. So don't miss out the strength of live weight marketing plan. The moment you stop sponsoring, right, you are wasting the live weight marketing plan. You are not fully utilize your effort. You get the idea? Okay? So now we want to get the width. Because those who see it, they will see it. Keep on sponsoring. So now here comes the conflict. Jin Long, so how? I got a member come to me and say, Jin Long, I need your help. I got this group of people want to talk about the product. And then you also want to go and personal sponsor your friend. If there is a conflict in the first 1 year, personal sponsor come first. You get the idea? If there is any conflict, your personal sponsor should come first. But the wisdom comes in how do you reject your downline. Example, when I was, I think 1 to 2 years into the business, I received a call from Sri Gabanga in KL. You know, I have a friend, I suddenly got stroke, you know. How? Okay, I teach you how to patch. I don't want to patch. I still very confused. I think you come better. Anyone is like this? Only patch and be. Cannot. You come to patch is better. Have or not? Always like this one. So how? I have to turn them down because people say so urgent, no. Got stroke, you know. Who can help them, you know? So you know what I do? That time I really going for a TCM doctor for Olympic. It means the Olympic TCM doctor help the athlete to do acupuncture one. So I tell very frankly, I say, a friend, I tell you what, I really want to help you. But if you don't want to help me to help your friends, it's very hard because now I'm going to meet a TCM doctor who treat all the athlete patients. If those Olympic athletes is using the products, I can help even more people. So I can sacrifice you. Why don't like this? I teach you how to patch. I send you some photo, you listen, and then you patch for them. Wow, even TCM doctor in Olympic want to use it now. Okay lah, now you teach me how to do that. Every rejection must lies in some reinforcement. Okay? So they are going to have conflict. I want to personally sponsor, I want to help my team to grow. The thing is not about rejection, it's about how to rejecting them in a way that they like to be rejected. Wow, I listen, you know, although reject me, but I see the potential, you know. Now the Olympic, the TCM doctor also using. You get the idea? So this is what we want to impart in doing this. I want you to focus on personal sponsor. I know the money, I know how the compensation structure works. Personal sponsor never goes wrong. But I know you have some doubt. Should I help my downline first? Reject them, reinforcement, give them confidence, and then empower them how you can do it themselves. A lot of times it's like this. Jenna, are you there? Jenna not there. Jenna has a downline called Pochu. Okay? So every time I do the demo for the stroke patients, so there was one time Pochu was going to see a friend, say, Chilo, you must help me, you know. I'm going to meet someone, it's a Malay, got stroke. I said, cannot lah, you go and patch yourself so easy. Yeah, okay lah. Then I give you some ideas. Remember, you must take a video. Remember, you must take enough photo. Only like this, only like this, so easy. Okay lah, I try lah. That day, after the demo, right, the first thing, he knows to Bangsa to connect the stock. He comes straight to my office. Chilo, you see the video? Can walk already, you know. Wow, I'm so happy. From that day onwards, she cannot stop patching already. Okay? When she look at the stroke patient, she get even more excited than the person. You got stroke, can I patch you or not? Okay? So sometimes our downline is lacking an opportunity to push them to do. Sometimes we are too kind already. Okay lah, I do for you lah. Okay lah, I help you lah. Then we are actually taking away their opportunity to them. Okay? So this is something very important. So if personal sponsor, in the first year, the personal sponsor and your downline team building, which one comes first? Personal sponsor. So how do you reject your downline? You must reject them while giving them confidence, you know. You cannot say, I'm very busy lah. I teach you how many times already, you still don't know. Then don't do lah. Don't say like that lah. Say, I'm very busy, I'm going to something even more important. I want to help more people. I know you can do it. Why don't I teach you how to do? Let them to do. Okay, at the end, give them the confidence. Life is so easy. The moment they have patched one person, right, they will feel, actually not so difficult, I can do myself also. Hang on. Anyone is like this? The first time you patch is very difficult one. What if I patch, no use, how? Have or not? And patch already, Really working ah? You also don't believe ah? Have or not? It's normal. But we have to keep it going. Okay? Now, so 221, talk to 2 people a day, follow up 2 people a day, invite 1 people to the meeting. So just talk to 2 people a day. Some people they are so kanchiong. See, Lord, I have a list of 30 over people. I'm ready to call them today. Too many. When you want to call too many people at one time, right, you lose the confidence because your energy will dissipate. Okay? The first 5 people, wow, I have this product, I'm very good, you know, I think it can help you. No? The 25 people, hey, how are you? Yeah, I think this product quite good. You want to try or not? No energy already. People also no confidence. So just focus on 2 people already. Don't need to be overly ambitious. I started with talk to 2 people, follow up 2 people, and invite 1 people to the meeting. Yeah, okay? So this is very important. So I have one member sharing the day as a speaker. She said, from the day I begin until now, the first month I made $4,000 already. It's because I talked to 2 people a day. He said when I first started, actually I was very kanchiong. I have write a lot of lists, but Jin Long said start with 2 people. Now I know why. Because every day you talk to 2 people, your confidence also grow, right? Why the first 2 people reject me? Maybe I was too negative already. Okay, tomorrow 2 people I change my tune. Hey, how come they still don't believe me? Maybe I never share my testimonial. The next 2, you improve yourself. So when you can pace yourself, direct sales is a marathon. As long as you don't stop, you consistently to use it 2 people a day. Not ask them to buy. You just focus talking to 2 people a day. The money will come by itself. Okay? Don't force the process. Don't force the process. I see people someday want to talk to 20 people, 25 people, right? At the end, no one sign up at all. So what is the point? Okay? And this is what I want to share with you. In my record, I've been in track. Those people, if you can get 100 personal sponsors in 18 months, your weekly income 1,000. Okay? If your after 18 months, if your personal sponsor is 50, then it's 500. Is there possible that you only recruit 40, 50, but you even hit more than 10,000? Have you ask Lawrence? So I will say, if you is a safety line. Of course, sometimes even you recruit 20, 30 people, you really have a superstar there already. Then your income will skyrocketed. But if you don't have, if you are like me, I don't have anyone who know about the business. Everyone is consumer. Anyone just love to use the product. Doesn't matter. 18 months, 100 people. Every week, 1 people only. Every week, you just need to with 1 people. 1 year and 6 months later, you get $1,000 a week. Enough or not?
Yeah.
Enough already. 1 week, 1 people. No need to close big package also. Even the small package we do. You know why? Because if they see the result, they are going to go. If they don't see the result, even big package also no use. Okay? So this is very important. Now talk to 2 people a day. Don't need to worry what they want to sign up. Present the plan to them. We will always advocate on silver and gold. It's easier to start with. S39 and Eon. Okay? When they join already, later I'm going to share with you a series of tools. And the most important thing, don't stop talking. When you can accumulate 100 in 18 months, and yet you don't see this amount, you come and do for me. I will fly you to anywhere they want. Okay? I'm sure. Okay? And this is actually a conservative rate. The actual number is 1,300. By make it 1,000. It's not difficult to do, right? Personal sponsor. We want to be. Now, the third, no bad mouthing. This one is very, very important. I want to share with you a few funny stories. So, what does it mean by bad mouthing? You know, we are a human business. You don't think that I tell you, you don't tell him okay. Tomorrow everyone know it. So remember, never try to back down. The word spread very fast. I had one leader, he was in the car speaking to one member about the upline issue. When he go there, before he even arrived, the whole people know he was speaking back of the upline radio. Then he come to say to me, wow, it's really true, Jin Long. I cannot anyhow, even slight negativity, I cannot say. Because I only say negative 1. When the word slowly duplicate until my upline ear become negative 25 already. So never try to back down. Everything you say, zero negativity, as positive as possible. This is very important. If you have no protocol, your room can go very fast already because it's easy. Second, if you continue to personal sponsor, your sales definitely comes up. The last thing is you cannot badmouth. You can personal sponsor every day. You can have very simplified. Your group go very fast. But if you have this badmouthing behavior, right, it's very hard for your team to unite because everyone tries to badmouth one another. Okay, so in badmouthing, I always like to tell this: report or ignore. If you can report, you report. If you cannot report, you ignore. Okay, it's simple, right? So if you say, hey, how come that member do like this one? You either report to the outline or you ignore. You don't say I don't want to report that, then he don't believe in me. I better gossip with Bulat first. That is wrong. Okay? Report or ignore. If you think that is something that you must do, you then report. If you think that there's nothing you can do about this, ignore. Okay? So these are the 3 things that I've seen the organization rise and fall. Number 1, talk down people outline. Don't talk down people outline. Bulat, who's your outline? Su Qing. Su Qing not here. Go away already. How can you teach like this? Cannot be, no. We have been teaching now. You cannot like this. No. Gone case with it. You know why? Because Bulat will tell other people the same thing also. Hey, how come the person says Su Qing cannot say like this? Then everyone will start to question Su Qing already. And then when Su Qing know about this, he say, who started first? Gone case. The whole relationship in the team, not only Su Qing, the whole confidence will collapse. We are not the industry of money. We are not the industry of health. We are an industry of confidence. As long as confidence stays, your team will never collapse. Even people don't make money, it's fine. There are people who have been using Lifeway for 14 years. They are not doing the business, they keep using. They have been using for 14 years. Okay? We have a customer I was in the midway. There was one auntie 70 over years old, have been using the product for 3 years. Never call me, never text me, never. Even the purchase of the order, ask the granddaughter to make the purchase one, very quiet. Because he has the confidence. Even he's not making any money. So in Lifeway, it's even more so. You don't want to emphasize too much of the money. You always want to build the social currency in your organization that is confidence. Anything that will jeopardize the confidence, don't do. Anything that it can improve the confidence, you do as many as possible. Example, okay? For example, when I was giving a talk, Lifeway gave me a very good award, Enlightenment Award. I can keep at my homes, right? Don't need to talk to a lot of people, no need to show, man. But I know when a new people come in, he see a local leader who got recognized by the Davis Smith. Do you feel more confident?
Yes.
So I know it will improve your confidence. So I don't care whether am I showing off or not. As long as it can empower you with confidence, I have to show you. If you have this belief in running your organization, it can only go bigger. Okay, whatever we do, only enhance people's confidence. That's all. Okay. So number 1, don't talk down people's outline. Even it's like this. For example, maybe me, James, and then Lawrence. Even we are same line, right? You cannot say James is not around. Lawrence, James teach you like this. Cannot. I told you how many times cannot be like this when James is not around. Also cannot do like this. Okay. If really you have problem with the James, right, you have to report to Lawrence outline, which is James, talk to him directly, report. If you cannot, ignore. Report or ignore. Anything other than that is you are gossiping, you are definitely wrong. Okay? That is again, top down sidelines. This is very important. Okay? So Jake, someone speaking behind your back. Okay? So the second is top down the sidelines. Okay? Whatever your sideline has been doing, right? Don't try to judge them. Oh, I see. I think I learned something from you. That's all. Don't try to talk down the sideline. So sometimes you think, how come the sideline like this one? The Lifeway give promotions right now, 2x turning and free Eon. He want to sell to people without telling them the free Eon. How can he do like that? This one very bad. Not your business. Ignore. Am I right? Sometimes people have the kind of ideas, right? Why you open a dummy account for your friend? You should rebate them. Why come you also take the commission? Why? Why cannot like this? Your life one day. If you cannot do anything, ignore. Okay? So just report and ignore. Got this? The third, top down organization approach. Never top down your organization approach. For example, I said, Jin Long said no protocol simplified, but I like to use protocol. Don't worry, you carry on. Report. Don't worry, if you think it's working, continue to use the protocol. Don't talk that, cannot be one. If everyone never use protocol, how can protocol is very important? I know that is your point, but if this is the organization movement already, right? Report or most of the time you just ignore it, do what you think is right. Don't try to talk down the organization approach, because when you want to talk down the organization approach, when the umbrella fall down, you also cannot survive. Okay, so we don't do this. There must be a reason why Lifeway, especially Singapore and Malaysia, will become the fastest growing, 70% highest retention rate in the market actually. And what is even more important, Lifeway hasn't set up office in Singapore yet. We already have this kind of sales. Your sales is even bigger than a lot of companies combined in Singapore. So if you already have been able to achieve this, there must be a reason behind this. Maybe it's a certification. So don't talk down the organization approach. Okay, whatever thing you think you are right, do it on your own pace, but don't talk down the organization approach. Okay, because if one day, for example, everyone is trying to have a confusion already, don't do this, don't do this, I think they are wrong, then everyone also don't have a platform to survive. We all are in this business together. I cannot live without you, you cannot live without her. We all are work together. Okay? Now, 3, no big packages. Okay, this is such, okay, for example, I'm talking about diamond. I'm talking about diamond package. So this is what I have observed throughout the years. Those of you who have been closing diamond, go ahead, it's okay. I just want to give you some of the statistics and what I have seen over the years. A lot of members, they, like for example, yesterday I was in the office, some people text, it's Jin Long, thanks for your help, but I closed the diamond already. It make it like a proud achievement. I closed the diamond. I tell her, it's nothing to be proud to close the diamond. I congratulate. The most important thing is you are able to let people to experience the products. The issue is when people think that I must close the diamond, then it's an achievement. There is a problem in the organization. Okay, because people okay, so I cannot close the diamond means no point to close the silver. Then the organization cannot close. Okay, whatever package is fine. So don't have the idea that I must close a big package because my outline say this one is the best commission. And a lot of people they all advertising, oh I go there to give a talk, I got 20 diamonds signed up. We don't want to advocate this kind of behavior. I'm not going to recognize. I'm not going to say, wow, this guy is so good, one talk called 20 diamond, very good. The other one only 50 silver, not important. 20 diamond, very good. I'm not going to recognize this. Okay? Because I don't want people to feel the kind of pressure that only close diamond means I'm doing something. It's not true. Okay? I'm going to explain to you a few reasoning behind it. I always have some discussion with the corporate. Corporate always say, wow, look at the sales data. Most of the people, they are buying gold and diamond. So we want to close platinum. This is always what they are complaining. Especially now, the silver is a lot, but most of it are gold, So maybe the bronze, the starter, maybe we remove them away also. You see, from the corporate data, they only look at the final result. I got so many gold, so I should focus on the gold. I give you another statistics. How many of gold here? Example, during promotions, if you want to open dummy account, anyone open dummy account as a gold one? Dummy account? I don't know what is a dummy account yet. Only you know. Some of them are dummy account. It's also the goal. Anyone, you think that we did this gold package, some are dummy account, some are consumer, some are user. James, you come in as a silver ball. Lawrence, in your organization, I think Lawrence, how you come in? Silver, If I give you another round of logic, the gold is recruited by the silver. Even the diamond is recruited by the silver or the gold. So do you want the people who can sponsor, or you want the people who have the money to buy in this kind of business? You want the people who can sponsor, right? Do you think that Lifeway corporate is going to see the data? For example, now I got 100 gold. Do they know that maybe this 100 gold is all sponsored by the 20 silver? So you want the people who are able to grow, right? This is what isn't reflected in Lifeway data. The fastest growing SPD in Lifeway history is called Steve and Gina from Genius Company. They achieved SPD in 23 days. They used S10 for 3 months first. Start with silver package. Isn't it strange? How come the people like this who is seriously building the business, they start at silver? So I want to tell you this, not necessarily you start with diamond, they will build the business one. Most of the time I can say the people who build the business are not diamond. Most of the time. And you start to realize Those people to have the money to buy, they want to try the product, but not necessarily they will share. So I ask you this question. If I want to break it down, this is those people who can buy. This is who can sponsor people. Who do you want?
Sponsor.
Why?
More growth.
It's amazing. We want more growth. We want the people who can sponsor rather than people who can buy. But the moment we keep advocating, wow, diamond is very good. Wow, you put the diamond very good. We are basically advocating people to look for more user and consumers. This is not necessarily good for your organization growth. You get the idea? Okay? The whole Singapore, if without the first silver, maybe you are not here. Without the second silver, you are not here. You know, in current organization, the one who have the direct sponsor, the most executive director is who? Lauren Chan. Lauren Chan has the most amount of direct sponsor ED. Okay? This is them to tell this. He also talk about silver. Why? Why you talk about silver? Why you cannot go? You don't go to do the business. You just test only, and then test. You think that wow, one product also can do so magic. Then you feel very excited. This is the human psychology. If I give you 20 over patches, you pack upside down and then you heal. You say, of course I use so many. Of course I heal. But you give me one patch, I heal. Wow, one patch also can heal. I must tell to other people. You can see the psychology effect. Okay, so this is why don't look down on low breakage. I don't want you to tell your organization, oh, diamond, let's go for diamond. I don't think that is the right way to build this business. Okay? Now, so I want to give you a more graphical way to explain what I said so. Okay? You can set a very high entry level. That means the package price is very expensive, very high. You talk to maybe 100 people. Out of these 100 people, for example, 100 people, how many of them they can actually afford a diamond package? You give me a number. 10%. So maybe 10 people, right? Okay. So here we say 3 lah. We say 3 people. So the most important is not about here to here. The most important is here to here. Out of 3 of them, let us share. Let us set 30% will become a sharer. So only 1 people will share. Out of the sharer, maybe 30% become business builder. Is it okay? Maybe those people will start to share. 30% of them will become really want to build the business. 1 times 30% equal to how many? 0 already. But what if we do the other way? The entry level will become lower. Not only easier on the pricing, also easier on the applications. It's the same amount of people. So now say silver, 100 people, how many people can get into silver? 50. Wow, okay. You got a superstar already, 50%. Okay? So it's definitely much more. So you got maybe 50% who can start as a silver package.
Wow, really?
30% they can become a sharer. And these 12 people, 30% to become a business builder. Can you see the result? And do you think it stopped here? All these 4 people, because it's so easy to share, they will start to bring to more people. This is called direct sales. This is called network growth. I hope this one, and actually I spent a lot of time to do this a few months ago, but do you have a graphical view about how to grow an organization? It's not about here, Don't celebrate too early here. I close the diamond, it's not celebrate. I want you to celebrate here. This is the key in this business. It's very important. Okay? Here is about sales per invoice. Here is about your sales per downline. Do you want you to have a high sales per invoice, or you want the high sales per downline?
High sales downline.
You want the sale you do by downline, not from you. This is why a lot of people who are very good salesmen, when they come here, they cannot go because they don't have this idea. They're focusing on here. They think that if those people who can afford, they will also afford. At the end, they all become users. Okay? Get the idea? So don't need to worry. A lot of people say, Jin Long, why you go so low? You got so many, a lot of people come to you for help. You can close diamond one. I have one leader is the latest SPD, Guan Jun, came from Malaysia. Guan Jun. I know Guan Jun tell you this story before. When Guan Jun first called me, he said, 你好, 你是 Jin Long? Are you Jin Long? Yeah, I'm Jin Long. 你是 S39? Yeah. okay, I'm interested to try. What is the biggest package? I say it's diamond. How much? About 7,000 over ringgit. Okay, so I will give you the number and my name. Can you help me to sign up? Then I said, have you used the products already? Not yet. Then why you use so many then? Is it too many? Yeah, I think it's too many. Even gold is more than enough for you to try. Oh, okay lah. Then I start with the gold. Then I even tell him, actually today have a PIB boost. If you can give me money now before 12 o'clock, I got additional $100. If can, you give me money faster. Okay. Few years later, Guan Chun said, my friend Cindy told me the product is good. I trusted her. But it's because I called Jin Long. I have been in this business for 20 over years. He is the first person who tell me, don't buy so many one. Buy the small one. So I also confident in this leader already. Did Guan Chun tell you? Tell you before. You see, very strange one. If not because of that sentence, maybe he's not so convinced, But because I said, don't worry, you buy what you need. It doesn't matter. As long as you use the product, you will love the product. I have this conviction. It will grow one. So then he bring in Ronald, bring in Cindy, then the whole line coming in. If not because of that call, that I focus more about this, maybe I don't have this group right now. So I want you to have this kind of long-term vision about building your organization. Is it clear? Okay? Now, so some people they have this idea. Okay lah, I complicate a little bit Maybe I add on one more product. Or maybe I can talk to them a little bit more. Jin Long is a bit too simple. I want to complicate a bit. You can, but you have to know. Every 10% of you complicating, right, you are killing a lot of potential already. Every level of complications, you kill another level. So the more people you kill, right, they also kill the prospect already. You get the idea? Okay, so the simplicity is very important, but it has to come with one very important point. Don't need to go for big vacation. What we want is the aftermath, the boom, until you cannot stop. Let me ask you a question, sir. If 100% of the people that you sponsor, every one of them will upgrade to diamond. So what will be the first package that you want them to buy first? Let's say we got bronze, silver, gold, platinum and diamond. Okay? Assume every one of them when they start to join to use the products, right, 100% of them it will upgrade to diamond at the end of the day. So what package will you start? Silver, right? So that means even you go to bronze, even better. Oh, it doesn't matter. Bronze also okay, but anyway you go up to diamond anyway, right? So what it means is this: should we focus on teaching people to close diamond, or should we teach our downline how to educate their customers so that they continue to upgrade? Which one is easier? Upgrade is easier. So our intention shouldn't teach our downline how to close diamond. Different people have different purchase power. It's too difficult. But if you teach your downline step by step how to educate your customers so that they can guarantee continue to upgrade, right? Isn't that our job much more easier? And they themselves, I can teach you the techniques. When you look at the people like this, if the watch is not Seiko, it's a Rolex one. You look at the shoe and the tie is what's the famous brand for the tie?
Hugo Boss.
Hugo Boss. Oh, it's the Hugo Boss. This one close diamond. When you look at it's a Seiko watch. This one go enough already. You want to teach people this kind of technique.
Cashier is for silver.
Cashier for silver. Gold is Seiko. Do you think is going to be duplicable? So because you have to judge people every now and then. But if you can educate everyone the same way, don't worry. When the people come in talk about the 6+6, let them watch about 7 video, do a follow-up, just usual, how they feel. If they like the product, why don't you upgrade? Isn't it easier to duplicate? So this is why, if 100% upgrade to diamond, you are going to close silver or gold, then we should do this. And then what we focus? We focus how can we make sure all of you upgrade to diamond. Still be much more easier. Today, the flow is about how to make sure 100% upgrade to diamond. Now, which one is easier? Close diamond. This one you answer already. Do you think Gulat is starting? Okay, Gulat I got this product very good. 1,600. Compared to he used the silver already. Every 1 month I slowly to offer the upgrade. Which one is easier for me? Offer upgrade now you talk about another 200. You use for 2 months, 35% off. You just need to pay the difference. So much cheaper. Yeah, cheaper. Okay, I will buy. any one of you have customer like this, it's so effortless to let them to upgrade. Have a look. This is the gist in LifeWay. None of the company have LifeWay this feature, so we have to abuse it. Don't do like other companies. This is what LifeWay have. So if you think that closed eyebrow is better, then I don't care what are the package that you are going to sign in. As long as I focus on educating you, I know you are going to. So then a lot of people say, Diamond got a lot of volume. Are you sure? If you really look at LifeWay marketing plan, Diamond don't have a lot of volume. Wait, I want to guess Lawrence. Lawrence,
Yes.
for Diamond package, what is the BB?
BB.
Yeah.
390.
Walao, you see, so smart, 390. One silver is how many?
Silver is 77.
Silver is 77. Silver package.
BB
Ah.
65.
Wow, your silver is very strict,
165.
165. Yeah. Okay, 7 is 1x39 is 175. Okay. This prove one thing, even you don't remember the BB point, you still can make a lot of money. Okay, if a lot of people tell me Diamond have a lot of BB, focus on Diamond. Are you sure? Do you even look at live marketing plan or not? Diamond 1,600, you get 390 BB. Silver 300, you get 165. You tell me which one is more value for money? Silver, right? Imagine that if your downline continuously accumulate a sales of 1,600, you accumulate say about 5.3 silver, you get 879 BB. The BB you accumulated is 2 and 2.5 times already. So LifeWay Diamond, although give you a lot of jump start bonus, but to the organization wise, it might not be very good. Why? Because the BB not a lot. What we want is the volume, is the network volume. Can you see the idea? I'm going to point it out later about this.
Can I ask you a question? From the silver to the next step, how long you need to how long?
No
What's
time
the-
frame. No time frame. It's just, is it very surprising? There is no time frame. Even 1 year later also okay. You see, people are very surprised. You know why? Because none of the company do like this. How can we don't leverage on the strength of LifeWay? You know what? I know this because I don't have direction background. I look at what it is. I don't have any background. So now when I look at LifeWay marketing plans, you say you have an organization of 1,000 people. Just how they say, in 6 months time, you will get 100 people, right? 18 months you get 100 people, right? Is it possible that every one of them get at least 10 people over 1 year and 6 months? Okay, right? So you will get about 1,000 people. Now, binary commission, one cycle is how much? 55 US dollars, right? And what is the BB? Okay, this one is how many silver? 2 silver. This one is how many silver? 4 silver, right? Is that possible that every day at least 0.2% of your organization they share about the products? That's possible. Of course not. By organizing 0.2%, of course, there's more than that. But imagine only 0.2% of the organization speak about the product. You got 2 silver here. The other side, you have 0.4% talking about the product. They mean every time, if 0.6% of your organization is sharing the product, you go one cycle of $50 US already. Is it crazy? That means whatever you do, you just need less than 1% they are sharing the product, you get $50 US a day already. And now I'm only talking about 1,000 people. A day. 30 days later, you got 1,500. Can you see the beauty of LifeWay binary come with the points is very generous. the dollar per point that you earn is very big. So you must try to use the as minimum as possible to get the volume that you want. Okay? Now, I ask you this question. In this 1,000 people, if 0.2%, 0.4%, okay? Assuming maybe this 1,000 people, everyone is really very fearful one. Only 0.2% they can close silver. How many of them can close diamond? Even less already. Don't even have already. So what we want ultimately is how to use the least amount of self to generate the biggest amount of BV, organizational wise, so that we will start to have a good income in the binary. You all follow the logic? Okay? So when you talk about live marketing plans, right, it's not about the 330 and 660. It's how many people that you sign up in the organization you can get the first bonus. And how many percentage of your organization is easily share the product. Silver is easy, right? Any one of you here can easily share a silver? Raise your hands. This is so little. Okay, I know all of you nod your heads. Imagine this. If now we are an organization, everyone can share, you know. This become 100% they can share. It's about 500 times, you know. It's crazy, right? So the binary commission in Lifeway, when it comes about the BV, Lifeway is very generous. They mean in other companies, right, for the product that you buy and the BV that you get, maybe you get about $5-10. But Lifeway for the same amount of sales to get the kind of BV, maybe you get $50-100. Lifeway is very generous here. So if you focus too much on the diamond, then you stop the network from growing, right? You are not doing yourself a good service. But if you let the network grow by itself, the money will come here, which is passive income. So far, can follow? Anyone don't understand? Raise our hands. Wow, so smart.
Another question.
Come.
Can my downline override me? Can they go higher than me?
Your downline can go higher than you. But I'll give you an example. My upline is Mr. Lu. This last week he became SPD there. But before this, he is only director. I'm the SPD. You know, last week when I opened his account to try to make it SPD, how much income he made? 5,000 plus US dollars a week without doing anything. This is the big things. Oh, okay. Lifeway is another straight up, but this one we talk during marketing plan. Okay, but you'll get the idea. I want you to drill in this. I want you to have a big pictures. Sometimes they are focused too short term already. Okay? Now, which one would you choose? Would you want to earn $10 without spending any time, or you want to earn 1,000 but you spend 2 hours time? Left or right? Left or right? You want to spend 0 minutes to earn $10, or you want to spend 2 hours to earn $1,000? Who say A? Raise our hands. Who say B? Raise our hands. So check. Because for teacher 2 hours 1,000 a lot. Okay. So can I know what is the reason you prefer to make only $10 but don't need to spend time? What?
No stress.
No stress. Easy. The money keep coming. I can do a lot of time.
It's infinity.
It's infinity. So this is what we want to achieve. If you are coming to Lifeway, Lifeway has the best platform for you to achieve this. People give you this shop, you don't want to go, you keep on going here. You are not utilizing Lifeway, you are not using Lifeway marketing, the strength of Lifeway marketing therapy. We speak for 2 hours already.
Yeah.
Okay, should we go for a break first?
Yes.
Okay, we go for 15 minutes break. We come back at 4:35. Okay, see you for 4.